Basically when you can just let yourself go and do whatever you want, anything that pops into your head, you can just do it, and like either if you're writing it down on paper or acting it out or anything. So.
I think it's the ability to be able to do things in different ways, using different media formats, and being able to find new and creative ways of presenting, so that it's not bland and boring. It's something that you can turn into something interesting, something that's kind of original to you as well.
Being able to do what you like, and it's kind of like you can have a creative imagination.
For me, I think creativity can't be something that can be described by only one word or a phrase. I think it's different for everyone. It can be just breaking down the barriers and letting loose, or it can be you're using your imagination to do something.
Creativity, what does it mean to you?
It means something where you can just take it into your own hands and do whatever you want with it. And that's what I think about creativity.
I think that's a number one, 100% top definition. Thank you very much, Mr. Ruler. Nice knowing you.
Well, I've picked patient and ideas, because you have to have ideas to be imaginative and think things, and if you don't really think of something, you don't really imagine nothing. So, and also I've chose patient because you have to be patient to let other people show their ideas and let out their imaginative thinking skills.
Risk taker and confident, because you don't want to stay with the same boring ideas. You want to do something new, and you've got to be confident about your idea, or then you won't be confident.
I think two of the most important ones are being an individualist, because if you're individual, your ideas are not the same as everyone else's, and you stand out from the crowd, and that's a good thing. And open-minded, because if you're open-minded, you're not boring. You can think about everything, you can take everything in, and you can be even more creative.
Thoughtful. You have to be thoughtful to have an imagination. Very thoughtful. Because if you don't think of nothing, you can't be thoughtful.
Resilient, because when you're thinking of things like Einstein, Constable, he painted all these pictures and everyone was like, no, that is rubbish, but then he was like, no, but then after he died everyone loves him. What's a collaborator?
I think time management.
Means you can work well with other people.
Oh,
Yeah,
near the top,
I think
definitely.
time management needs to be at the top.
Ideas definitely near the top.
Open-minded, that's
Definitely.
very
That's
important.
gonna be important.
Resilient in the middle, I think, probably.
Original
I
idea.
think realistic can be at the bottom.
Problem
Original
solver.
ideas is a good thing.
Problem solver, not really.
Realistic. You have to be realistic, because if you think you're going to be the next J.K. Rowling or something in a day, then you're stupid. So be realistic.
Playfulness. Playful. Because if you're not playful, then you're not going to be very creative. The more playful you are, the more things you can create, and the better they'll be.
There. Just cover up that grey spot.
Bad spelling mistake, Mr. Hawes.
And also I think it's really important to be imaginative, because everyone can think, but to be creative you need to be able to think differently and consider things in a different way.
In Italian, we got web blogs and stuff, and we had to make home pages and write vlogs and stuff and comment that for people to have to write pages. Well, because kids in Italy have some blogs as well, so we kind of communicated with them and learned more Italian from them, and they learned more English from us.
I think I've given quite a lot of chances, I just don't always take them, but one that I did go to was the public speaking thing that we had. I really loved that. They suddenly at the last minute told us they were going to take it away, and that was really creative, because you actually forgot everything that you'd written and and you had to make it up from scratch, and I thought that was really good because it was like coming properly from you, and I thought that was a really good opportunity, and I wish I got to go further.
Making this film. And that's it.
Well, the ones that I've had most have been in biology and geography, where I've been able to make videos of some of the stuff that we're learning through as kind of little projects for revision aids. When you get to A level, you end up being really strapped for time, but in terms of when there's more time at the beginning of the year, you can make these little things that become such a help when it comes to the exam time. And part of it is bringing a lot of different resources together into one kind of format. So I could take videos off of YouTube or just from the internet of things like bacteria dividing or genetics, kind of DNA synthesis, things like that. All of those things can be brought together into kind of revision packages. And it's being able to apply those things together in kind of a new and different way, in a very visual and auditory way, which means that it's been really easy to kind of learn a lot of the concepts, and that helps again in the exams as well.
Do you feel confident enough to answer this, or are you a bit unsure of yourself? So the question is, Thomas Tallis School of Creativity, marks out of 10. What would you give Thomas Tallis?
Probably between 4.5 and 6.5. So probably 5.5. Yeah.
I think that at the moment I'd give it a 6, but I think that within the next 2 years I can see it becoming a 9.
I think I'd give it like 6 for creativity, because yes, we like talk a lot of creativity, but we're not actually given the freedom to do it and the chances. And yes, we're an arts college, but art isn't just drawing and it isn't just art. It should be like more than just art on its own.
I wouldn't give it a very low one or a perfect 10. I'd give it like 6.5.
Can we use minus numbers?
I think that part of it is just an education of both the pupils and some of the teachers as to kind of what creativity is, and to different methods of teaching and being taught that could allow people to be more creative. I think people would need to be able to access kind of all the new technologies and stuff, that kind of all these things that have been made available to the school. I think there needs to be kind of a wider distribution. If the technology was more evenly spread, then I think we'd be able to kind of make a great deal more use of it.
I think first impressions kind of mean a lot, and every first lesson you do, it would kind of be nice if they ask what you want to do in your time, but they kind of just tell you what you'll be doing, and in every single lesson you still kind of be creative, but they tell you what to do and you're allowed to kind of work around that. But it would be nice in lessons if you could literally just pick what you do, and that's it.
Well, have more interactive lessons where everyone gets more active and they're more interesting and not just like copying out of books and stuff. In fact, I think they should ban all the textbooks. That way we don't have to copy out of books, because there are none there. And then we have more money for other stuff like creative stuff.
We should have more choice of what interests us in each subject and what we want to learn in each subject, as well as learning what is on the curriculum.
And do you think the expertise in new technologies, do you think that's going to come from the students or from the teachers?
I think a bit of both, really. I think some students are very kind of technologically adept and they can use it already and they'll be able to pick it up and go. But then some students won't have any experience with the kind of technology at all. So it's up to both kind of teachers and students to equally to help each other. And eventually, I think the end product that will come at the end will be really, really fantastic.
Thank you.